Hello everyone, High Treason here. My poor car. It's doing that gas pedal glitch again. My poor fucking car, man. This is the end of the road for her. She's done us a good service, but it's time to find a replacement. It's very sad. Very sad. I'm very sad to see this car go. I really am. I can't express how upset I'm going to be to not have this car anymore. So we're going to drive it pretty fast, I think. And, you know, we might as well just gun it for its last few miles. And then we'll see what we end up driving instead. It's a shambles with these baskets on. Look at that in the fucking rear view mirror there. Like, it's a fucking shit show, isn't it? I wonder what we're going to be driving next. It's either a Trabant or a Skoda, I would think. Is there anything else we haven't driven yet? You know, I think we're running out of cars we haven't driven yet. Other than buses. Go drive a bus. This bit would be ideal for the bus. It's flat. So if we have mountains with a bus, we're going to end up driving backwards, and I don't want to do that. You know, after all the gains we made in this fucking car, to then go and fucking piss it away like that. Like pissing away a urinal kirk. It's just, yeah. Thing is, you get good at doing that, and then you meet a girl who knows how to do it standing up and realise it's just no fucking contest. Their streams are wider than ours, they're better at it. Shit, world's on fire. Bit like me having to get rid of this car, it's on fire. I'm starting to get the impression this game isn't too popular on here. It's not a big deal. Like I say, I don't expect anyone to actually watch my stuff. You don't have to. Like, you know, I'm not going to be mad if you want to sit this out. It's fine by me. I can't really do DOS stuff right now, so, you know, I will do when I can. I just can't do that right now. And so, I mean, I could technically start it now, but I'm still shifting things around. I've got wiring to do. I might lose access to the machine for a long time, and I don't really want to do that. And, you know, as well, it's the way that the recording process, you can't always just stop a DOS game like, you know, you can with this. And if I run out of hard drive space, that's more of a problem. On this game, it's a bit more manageable. So there is that. Plus, I'm still not 100% on how I'm going to deal with capturing those things now. So there is that. But yeah, no, don't worry, my channel's not turned into this. Like, we are going to do this, because it's my channel and I'll do what I want, and you know that, and I'm sure you knew that was the deal when you came here. It's easy to just not watch a video, you know, if you don't like it. I wouldn't want to think I was upsetting anyone with it. That's not my intention. If it was my intention, then I wouldn't give a fuck, because I do things just to upset people sometimes, but this isn't one of them, and I hope nobody thinks that is the way. Luckily, I think my audience is pretty sensible, and, you know, if you don't want to watch this, you're just not going to, so you're probably not listening to this right now. And I don't think they get too mad about it or anything, you know. It's if they do, then, well, it's their problem, it's not mine. You know, I'm sorry, but it's your problem, not mine, if you're getting upset about what some random dude on the internet wants to do with his time and his YouTube channel. I think you need to go and find other things to worry about. Nobody's been like that yet. I say, people around here are pretty civil compared to some of the shit I see on the internet. I think it's because I'm a boring bastard, maybe, you know. I just attract equally boring bastards to come and be boring with me, which is fucking fine. We're not taking one of these before somebody asks. I know somebody's going to be, oh, please drive the moped. It's practically undrivable. Now let's see if my car needs oil. Might as well use this fucking thing, it's right here. Oh yeah, the hood opens the wrong way, doesn't it? I'm telling you, that wasn't the design, they just fucked up and put the hinges on the wrong end or something. I would believe that about this car, I would totally believe anything like that about this car. Still, there's no replacement vehicles. You watchers end up stuck with this thing for fucking years because there's no other cars spawn. I mean, I know we're past 1200k, we're probably really closer to about, what, 1400 by now. You know, counting the unmeasured distance we did in the UFO, so yeah, we're quite a ways out, and spawns of things are going to get rarer. The world is going to become more and more fucking empty and desolate. And if we end up in dire need of something, it's a bit more of a pressing issue than it was. Maybe that should happen a bit sooner, I don't know. Like, here's the thing, like I say, I think the spawning is a little bit off kilter since the last update. I think things need to be more abundant for the fast sort of bit of the game, but further, like, maybe it should tail off a little bit earlier than it does. That could certainly be a thing. And then you just get, like, you know, the odd patch where you get like a lot of stuff again for just 1 or 2 buildings or something. But those buildings might be shit, like bus shelters, so you're not really going to get anything, just a bunch of alcohol bottles, and what the fuck can you use them for other than dehydrating yourself? That song I was working on's coming along. We're making progress with that, that's for sure. We're definitely making progress with that. Someday we might hear it. I don't know. I'm not sure what I want to split it into, because it has this like Arp Odyssey bit at the end that, you know, I'm like, yeah, should I put that as a separate song? I think I'll just record it as one, but, you know, I could always, if I record it a certain way, and I'm clever with effects and stuff, I can probably get it so I can then just slice it in two if I need to. I mean, it's quite long, and it's maybe even a little repetitive in places, because it's meant to have words, but I can't see it, especially not as they're meant to be female vocals, and I can't do those. And the odds of me finding a female vocalist with the right kind of voice and the right kind of range is very, very slim, at least within my budget, so we just won't do that. Oh, jeez. Fucking night time's coming again. But yeah, I'm probably going to go and work on that song a bit when I'm done with this game. I didn't look at the damn time when I started. So this is when I end up with parts that run too long. Yeah, shit. I got a rough idea. I think we'll be fine. I reckon I can get it about right. I'm just going by the distance we've done. Like, that's really it. Yeah, alright. Yeah. I got this, yeah. Makes sense, right. Ew, that was close. Are the lights ever going to come on? I don't have to wait for the lights to. We could sleep in the middle of the day if we want, but you sleep a fixed amount of hours. Let's have a look. So it'll be about 7:30 when we go to sleep. Well, 25 past, but whatever, it's close enough. We're not doing fine adjustments, time and shit here, we're just... Well, there we go. Well, what's that, like 9 hours? The guy sleeps 9 hours. Good God. I mean, I've been able to do that since I was like a teenager. Well, except rare occasions where I sleep for about 12, but that are very unusual. I don't tend to do that a lot. Unless something's wrong. But out there. We don't need it. We don't need gasoline for this car. Sad as it is to say it, you know, this car can run out of fuel now for all I care. Because we ain't going to be driving it, and it would be a waste to just leave it full of it. I must want to empty it and just pee in the gas tank so no one else can have it. As I say, I would do these things. If I was in this reality that the game takes place in, I would sabotage every other car in some way. Uh-oh, I don't like that noise. But, yeah, you know, I don't want other people driving around, because they might drive and come and kill me or something. So if we got all them so, like, they can't drive, then, well, we got it fucking good, haven't we? You know, they can't do shit to us. There's not many buildings out here. It's not another road boat, is it? If it is, we'll take a fucking UFO. It's not a road boat, I'm fairly certain. Unless the road sweeps back very quickly, that is not a road boat. Nah, the road misses it. Oh, I'm almost sad. Could done with having another alien spaceship. You know, maybe the alien babes aren't on the green ones. The green ones might just be like probes, you know, just drones. Maybe they're on like blue ones or yellow ones. Or... Yellow. Oh god. See, I knew it would go this way. I'm in on red ones. Could be. Yeah. There is a red one. I've heard people say, oh, there's no red spaceship. There fucking is. Because I've seen it. Like, but only in the distance. I was in a building when it came. And I saw this red light, you know, happen. Like, my flashlight went out. I heard all the whoop, 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 whoop noise. I heard a bunch of, like, clanging and stuff. Like, outside, like that, you know, like that smack noise things make. Can't do it. That happened. So it was there, because there was definitely a red light, but I was around the other side of a building. I mean, it could be a bug, I suppose. Maybe it was a green one, and like the lighting engine bugged out somehow. It's not impossible. I mean, we've had them green flashes in the distance, so you know, who knows what the lighting engine in this game will do. It doesn't seem to be entirely reliable, does it? I mean, I know this game isn't like super exciting or anything. I'm not trying to claim it is. You know, I've said before, it's a pretty mundane game. It's pretty easy to play. And it's why it does for now. You know, I don't really want to. Even if I could go and do stuff, I wouldn't really want to right now. There is no car in here. I was hoping there was. I was like, oh, cool, we can build a scrap wagon. But alas, 'tis not the case. That's got 2 smoke mix in there. We could check on the roof, some more 2 smoke mix. I'm not taking the moped. You know what, fuck it, let's fill the car up. We might need the gas. What was that noise? We might need the gas to run another car. Now I feel bad for siphoning from this one, because, you know, it's my car, but... well, we might have to. But... well, I got oil in there. Well, we'll have a whole lot less of that in a minute. You watch us not find a single car for this whole part. And everyone's, oh, you should have taken the moped, you should have taken the moped, oh, you really should have taken that little moped. And if it was real life, I probably would take the moped, just because mopeds are cool, and they fucking go really, really far, and not a lot of fucking fuel. It's an ideal vehicle in this situation, where you're in a desert, and resources are scarce. Plus, you know, it's sort of like where I was on about using a diesel with alternative fluids. You can totally, like, do that with little moped engines, the older ones. You can pour all kinds of things down them, which mightn't be good for them in the long term, but I mean, you know, if you had no fuel, and all you could find was something that you could run it on, well, yeah, you know, it'd get you to get more fuel. Like, say we was out of fuel here, and we couldn't put together a real 2-stroke mix, but there was some diesel and some alcohol, we could probably get it to run on a mixture of that, and it would ping a bit, you know, and it wouldn't be very good for the engine in the long term, but we could totally use it to get out to that boat, you know, or to the next building down the road. You know, you might have to stop occasionally if it starts overheating. But it would run. You know, you could totally do it. I mean, you could run the car on it, I suppose. It's not a fuel-injected car. I've not experimented very much with gasoline engine cars, so I can't say for too much certainty what would happen, but I mean, I understand the principles of operation of car engines, you know, so I sort of have some degree of knowledge of what you can do with them. As I say, on larger engines, my hands have been in diesel engines a lot more than petrols, so that probably does show through with the sort of things that I talk about with them, maybe. I don't know, but, you know, I can work on a gasoline engine, like, in a car, like, quite happily. I know my way around them, I can make them work, but, you know, I've spent more time with diesels. So probably in my brain there's a slightly bigger back catalogue of bits and pieces of knowledge about what a diesel car engine will do. Oh dear. Don't you dare. Don't you fucking dare. I actually don't want it to do a road boat. Are we gonna have another road boat? Oh shit. What do we do here? There's two in one world. That's crazy. I've never had that before. Well, I said anything that took over from this car would have to be a big fucking shit, didn't I? Do we take a UFO? I'm gonna take a second to think about this. One moment. Yeah, I thought about it. Fuck it. We ain't doing it that way. We done the UFO thing once. There's no point in doing it again. And I'd feel like I was cheating, you know, when I said about the whole less than 100 episodes thing. It just wouldn't feel right to me. It really wouldn't. Nah, I'd feel like I was cheating on you. And that's just not on. So, we ain't going to do the UFO. We ain't going to sit there and wait for a UFO. I'm just going to drive the bastard. And we'll just have to drive really, really fast to get there before we're 100 episodes in. 100 episodes or less, so if I go up to 100 episodes, and I can't have more than 45 minutes an episode. Anything that's over 45 minutes gets carried on onto the next episode's time, and so on and so on. Or else, you know, I have to do it in less than 4,500 minutes. I mean, what is that in days, you know? I think I figured out, like, it took about 55 hours in the pickup or something. Maybe more like 60 because I had some trouble with it. I don't think it'll take us this long this time. I really don't, because I know the game a lot better now, and I drive faster now than I did in that thing. And we are... The progress we have knocked out in this car has been absolutely fucking insane. I'm not even kidding you. The distance this car has covered, I mean, look at it. Look how far we usually go, like in the time span that we have a car. And look how far. This thing's 474k in almost. It's going to go over in just about 500 metres. You know, it has knocked out distances that, you know, other cars have only dreamt of. Oh shit. Angry, angry Bernies. Angry, angry Bernies. Angry, angry Bernies have got an angry burner. The bastards. Can't we just put poison out for them? Just poison them. Yeah, I want to poison them. Oh man, I'd get off on watching them fucking poisoned. That'd be cool. I mean, I hate animal cruelty, but they're not real bunnies, are they? You know, it's funny, like, how that works, isn't it? How there's things you hate in real life, and yet you'll do them in a game. You know, it's like to quite an extreme, I guess, you know. It's like you give me a game with children in it and I'll try clubbing them on the head with like a blunt object. And I would never do that in real life because I think that's evil, and I would probably club the person doing it on the head just for having done it. But when it's a video game, your morals go out the window because it's not fucking real, and sometimes that's why you'll do it, is just because it's something you'd never fucking do in real life, you know? It's like, oh, that's just so horrible it has to be done. I know I'm not the only person who has that, you know, where you'll find it funny when it's in a game, but you wouldn't laugh at it, you know, you'd hate something like that to happen in the real world. It's a very strange part of the human condition. So this is what I was on about before. I think everyone has that the potential to do really evil things in them. And you'll play it out in a dream and not remember it, whereas maybe it's the same thing when you play a video game, where you're playing out all the horrible aspects of yourself that you're not consciously aware of necessarily, and you're just going to do it. We're not driving backwards, are we? Because, I mean, the terrain looks damn near identical. The building spawns are fucking identical. So, oh no, I thought that was a haunted house. One of them archways. I'm not going near those again. No way. Bad luck. Bad luck. I think they're a bad luck omen. I'm not driving there. Nuh-uh. I don't know what it'll do, and I don't want to find out. We've fucking been there. There's another one. Oh, that might be a building up there. That'd be nice. You know, the game doesn't want us to ditch this car either, and I happen to agree, you know, I'd like to keep this car. I will keep it, like I say, once I've driven to the end of the road. I'm going to come back in my own time and not record it, and I'll drive all the way in this car. By the way, I did make a save at that boat as soon as I stopped recording, so You know, when we go to save the game later, you'll see one that's 23U. So that, you know, I don't think I'm screwing around with you or nothing. I'm not screwing around with you. I just saved on that spot. Mostly because I wanted to tab out of the game to sort something out, and, you know, if it fucked up, and it did, because I couldn't move anymore. So I'm glad I made that. So, you know, that's fine. That's all it is. I didn't do anything else. You know, I'd let you know if I did. Like I say, I don't see the point in faffing about. I wouldn't necessarily tell you immediately, you know, if I was, say I'd found somewhere something that I thought could be quite funny, like if I thought of something that would be, like, quite amusing to do to you. Like, you know, say I could fool you and, like, you know, say I could predict the terrain generation. I know this sounds shit and lame, but it's just the best I can come up with right now, right? You know, I could predict the road path generation, that I'd learned the algorithm. So then I might do it for like 5 minutes, and then I'd show you what I'd done, you know, I'd be like, no, actually I'm lying to you, I was just fucking with you. Like, you know, I'd be honest with you. Yeah, don't usually get cars at these. Yep, just trailers. You used to get cars at these more in the old days. I'd still like to see the flat road generation come back. I think I said before that in the early days of this game, the road generation was actually flat, but the terrain generation wasn't. It wasn't as extreme as it is now, but, you know, the terrain did still have height variation, and the road just used to cut straight through it. Like, if you had a hill like this, the road wouldn't lift up, it would just go down a valley, like right through the middle of the hump, the tip, the land tip, you know. And if the terrain was low, the road would be like on the top of a cliff. There'd just be a drop on either side. And I would like to see that come back. Like, you know, I don't think it should generate like that all the time. It was pretty ugly. But I would quite like to see it come back as just like a really rare biome. Or like even an option in that where you can select biomes at the start. But you can't select all of them, so it's a bit weird. But it would be neat to be able... Opposing birds. You know, it would be neat to be able to just have that occasionally, or just time it on. It'd teach you to get good at driving, because when you used to fall off, it was quite a long way to drive. It was a long drive to get back up to, you know, where the terrain would go up to the road. It used to look weird when you got buildings, because someone's probably putting the pieces together of, well, hang on a minute, did the buildings spawn at the top and the bottom of the cliff? Oh shit, I saw that, but I didn't think it would cause us problems like this. This is why we don't drive with no lights, boys and girls. Yeah, the thing there is, yeah, buildings just used to jut out, like if they'd cut into the... Well, we've seen how it does it with this generation, so it was basically like that, but more extreme. Where, you know, it would stick out over the drop, or it would carve itself into the side of the hill. Can we find that hubcap? I don't want to go this far just to lose hubcaps now. That would blow ass, man. My car, it's come all this way. Is it just me, or is it always... There always seems to be the favourite one for the game to make fall off. That seems to be it. We've still got all our other stuff, so... You know, we've got our radios, we've got our... Hold on a minute. We're missing a mirror. When did that come off? Shit. Can I find it? Hopefully we can find it. Where's the rock wheel? It's over there. Fucking rabbit. Let's run it over. Ooh, that's an hard bastard rabbit. Oh, my fucking mirror! Damn it! No! I'm not leaving the car with the mirror missing. I'm sorry, but if I have to fucking hang on to the car longer just to find the mirror, I will do it. Ha ha, you died, rabbit. Fuck you. It's gone. The mirror's gone. It's probably fallen through the world somewhere. Probably find it when we're driving back. Maybe in the car. It's also a possibility. Well, in any case, let's keep driving. We'll find another one. We'll get it a new one. If I have to steal it off whatever my new car is, I will. I'll just give it to this car. And then leave the new one without a mirror, because the new car is going to be a piece of shit compared to this in my books. It's got big fucking shoes to fill. This is my little shit cart. It's done a good job, and that's why I'm calling it the little shit. Used to know a woman who used to call me a little shit when I was a kid. She was brilliant. I liked her. It's called like an old hag and everything. It was just how we used to get along. But you used to see people would look at us in the shop because, you know, you'd be in like the newsagents and she'd pick up like a block of butter or something. Like, well, don't be buying that. You need to lose weight, you old bag, you know. She'd just look at me, oh, you little shit! And people would be staring like, oh god, they've been horrible to each other, you know. You're not going to lose weight eating that, are you? You little shit! Yeah, she was brilliant. She bought these Easter eggs one year. And gave them out to like all the kids on the street. And I went round there with my mother. The Easter egg she'd given me was bloody horrible. It had expired. The chocolate was all like white and separated and everything. And of course she asks like, hey, how was that Easter egg I got you? And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, like thanks for giving me it, but it was like, it had gone off and it tasted bloody horrible. And my mum's like, no, you know, wanted me to tell her, oh no, thanks, it's great. And this lady just sort of looks at me and she's like, what do you mean it had gone off? I'm like, well, it expired over a year ago. She's like, oh, so that's why they were cheap. And then you just saw her face change, just like, they lied to me. They've all lied to me, you know. Oh, them bastards. I'm not buying them anymore. And she wasn't annoyed because I told her it was shite. She was annoyed that people had lied and told her it was good. I'm just sat there like, you say, I think you're just making excuses. You're trying to poison me. This is like, oh, I'll see about poisoning you. See how you like it at Christmas when I send you rat poison and tell you it's M&M's or something like that. Obviously she was from quite far up north, you know. But it's the thing I never got about, like, you know, lying about gifts. Like, if you lie about a gift, people keep sending you that same thing. So my grandparents bought me those Baudelaire children books once, and I couldn't fucking stand them. And that's a long-ass story, and I'll tell it some other time, but the point is, I told them I didn't like the books, and I wasn't a dick about it. You know, they asked about them, and I was like, well, you know, thanks for sending me them, like, I really appreciate it. You know, it's really cool that you thought of me. I did have a read, but the bus is fucking gutted. Cars either spawn whole or completely devoid of anything but chassis. You know, like, thanks, you know, I really appreciate it. I didn't really enjoy it very much, so I think what I'm going to do is I'll put it in the charity bag and you know, someone else might enjoy it. And my grandparents are fine with that, you know, like, oh, that's a shame, you know, we won't get you any more of those ones then. I'm like, oh no, you know, it's, I'm really grateful for you sending me them, but yeah, please don't get me any more of them. Like, I'm into these ones at the moment, you know, like, maybe get me some of those next time if you want, but, you know, send me anything, but, you know, if you want to get me something, then get me, like, encyclopedias or something, you know, I'll read those, or, like, you know, electronics books, repair manuals, stuff like that. And so, of course, they never bought me any more of those shit books, and bought me the ones that I wanted. And so that was good. Meanwhile, my auntie, you know, has the same mentality as my mother of say it's good even when you don't fucking like it. And because she liked the Snowman movie once, well, people bought a Snowman, like, licensed shit every fucking year. You can tell after about 2 years she didn't want any more of it, but she'd be like, oh no, it's really nice, it's really what I wanted, thank you for sending me it. And people are like, oh, she likes it, let's just buy more of it, and they're still doing it, because she still won't tell them she doesn't want any more of this shit. Whereas I always get presents that I wanted, because, you know, I would tell people if I didn't like it. And the thing is, to me, I would find it insulting. Like, if somebody felt they had to lie to me, I would be insulted, because that would mean that they didn't trust me and they didn't fucking, you know, they thought so little of me that I wouldn't be able to accept, like, them saying something negative. And I would find that fucking insulting. I would be insulted. I'd much rather they just turned round and it's like, people who don't like this game, right? I'd much rather, like, people just turn around and be fucking straight at me. I don't like it. It's not rude, is it? It's just saying what is, you know. I don't like this very much. That's fine. You know, doesn't matter, does it? Like, you win some, you lose some. That's just the way it's going to go. You can't always get the thing you want. Obviously, this game isn't a gift, so it's kind of not the same, but, you know, I guess it's kind of similar, just in that, you know, that I don't get pissed off by people not liking this with me uploading it and stuff. It's not going to upset me any. Woo! Someone welding in there. Oh, God. We made it to 500k in this car, though. I so wanted to do that. I feel like it's complete. I feel like that's mission complete. I also feel like we're running out of time. Let's have a look at what sort of state is this in. Is it gutted? It is a complete car. It's a Dacia. These are a bastard to drive. Also has a stupid backwards fucking hood. Let's try and get it down. What's it like on fuel? It has none. There's a thing that nobody ever seems to use. Hey, I can steer that with my steering wheel. I can't gas pedal it though. These are slow cars. They really are. They're terrible. Guess we'll see about doing it up in the next part or something. Let's just wheel it around here. Can't believe people don't realise that this is a thing. I mean, it's weird in this game because you have, like, clearly written prompts, don't you, when you look at things. What's that? Push and steer. Press F. Makes sense. Green car, green car. My lovely, lovely green car. Your time with us, look at it. Oh, man. I feel so bad leaving it. One thing we're going to do, though, before we end this part, I'm going to put a mirror on my car. Let me see if there's any jizz spray and stuff in here, because if there is, we'll use it. I have some on my car, which we can use, because, I mean, it's technically for itself. The game's probably going to erase the car from existence as soon as we're just a short distance away, but, I mean, what can you do? What can you do? We have to do it, I'm afraid. Do I want to put that? I'm not sure I want to put that in now. I think we'll look for a better radiator. Right, I can't find jizz spray and stuff. Maybe there's some cars. Oh, fucking cars. Car. There's a mirror fire. I'm gonna find a brush and find some spray. I'm gonna spray. So, do I not have steel brushes? Oh, there's one. Or is that a paddling? I think that's a paddling. No, it has some left on it. No, now is not the time. You're going to cock up my pen. There we go. No, that's about as good as we'll do. There you are, car, old buddy. You served us so well. You really have. You've been way better than you had any fucking right to be. Because by all intents and purposes, you are a terrible little fucking car. You know, far worse than most of the cars in the game, probably. There again, this thing's a piece of shit as well. Look at the state of it. I guess we'll deal with it next time. Let's see if we can find a radiator for it before That's not a radiator. No, we ain't spoiled for choice here, are we? I think we're doing colour. We might paint it that colour. I guess I'll end the part here before we run way over time, but I'm not happy about this. I'm really not. It's got to be done, but I don't want to do it. I would... Oh, that radiator, that's the VW radiator. I think it'll fit in here though. It's quite a big one, but... Oh, that works. Look at that. Right, let's see if we can at least start this piece of shit real quick. There should be some gasoline in there. I've got some in my car. Oh, no, I have like a thing of it in one of the baskets. That's oil. I already looked in there as well. I remembered just so I looked at it. That's alcohol. That's no good to us. That has 2-stroke mixer. Just put that. It'll do. It'll do. Start this before we quit the part. I remember that being full. Well, I'm not going to complain. Oh man. It's not real plucky, is it? This is what we're going to be driving. What a piece of shit. I hate it already. Well, let's do a manual save and then we'll fuck off. My poor car. I feel so shit about this. What's our total distance? 1369. Good God, we have made insane progress. Yeah, I mean, we've done like 60k, man. Old car really did put it in, didn't it? It really put in the distance. I mean, when did we get it? It would have been, like, what, back in this part or something? Good God, have we really done that many miles in it? I mean, look, we had it then at 960. Well, we must have, that is crazy, the amount of distance we've done in that. Oh well, I'm Treason, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.